Hello. Hi, Sapna. I don't know if you can see me yet, but I'm on the line.
Okay, there we go. This should work.
Yeah. Go
Can
Zoom.
you see me? I'm like, this is great. Can you see me?
Not yet. No, I can't. I'm sorry.
No, no problem.
Zoom.
There we go.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
Hi, cutie.
Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Thank.
Hi, I'm Emily. It's so nice to meet you.
Are you the actual creator?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. This is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Well,
The highlight of my day.
wow. Wow. Thanks. This was not what I expected. When it said like, oh, Emily's, Zoom, and I was like, not the real, Emily on the box. It's just like, some Emily, but wow. Okay. You
Yeah,
really doing this. All right. I'm
I love
like,
it.
so I was really into this whole, like, I'm kind of straightish, wavy-ish hair. Obviously, I'm not a real blonde.
I love
Just
the color. It's
right. So it looks very summery, and I just kind of, love not my jet black hair. So, I love going lighter. I've done like platinum, which is like too wild. So my hair's just kind of been through a lot. So this was kind of like my toned down version for like the summer. So I was like, I can't put it through the blow dryer. I can't, curling iron, flat iron. It's just too much. And it's just like also a lot, to remember in the morning. So I'm just like, I don't want to do this. So I was on this quest to find, curls of some sort to just kind of give you that effortless look. I tried, like those foam ones that just were too uncomfortable to
beautiful.
sleep in. And then somehow I found you on Amazon and I was like, okay, let's give this a try. And it was same day delivery. So I was like, perfect. So I tried it like on dirty hair, day old dirty hair, and it worked. And I was like so impressed. These I did probably like 2 days ago
Look
and
good.
I've slept in them. So they still actually look really good.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of re-wet them like with the gel that was in it. And I did it again and it still worked. So I was just really, really impressed.
Beautiful.
And I, I I'm just shocked at like how legitimately effortless it is. And I mean, everyone commented, they're like, oh my gosh, you just look like you got a magic blowout. And I was like, it was this fun thing. And again, I've literally turned on every woman in our office to your product. And it was such
Oh,
a,
you're the best. Thank you.
well, yeah, because we're like, oh my gosh, who's your stylist? And I was like, me. And like, you're helpless with stuff like this. And I was like, I know. So they were like surprised.
You're helpless with stuff like this. I don't believe you. That's me
Well,
too.
I'm a nerd. I'm a lawyer, so I'm like, this is not like my wheelhouse is like creative stuff. And I'm like usually just very straight and it's very serious looking
Mhm.
hair. It's not like, oh, like I'm from the beach, and even though we work there. So it's just I have a very much more serious vibe and look. So everyone was just like, that looks stunning and impressive. So yes, it was very
And
much word of
you don't have
mouth.
much time either as a lawyer.
Yeah. And again, just with the heat and the color, it was a lot. So I've definitely had a few days to work. I read all the instructions, so I did all the things that it said. So I'm like, in case you think no one's reading them, they do.
Thank
Um,
you.
so I read all the terms and conditions.
I'm
Um,
I'm a lawyer too. That was my
oh,
back. Yeah,
really?
I was practicing for 7 years and then yeah, I've invented a couple products in the women's space and so had left my job for the last invention, straplets, and now this one. But yeah, law is incredibly helpful for what we've been doing too.
Yeah, wow. So lawyer turned entrepreneur. I'm like, I don't know which one I'm more impressed with, the fact that I'm talking to you or like you've created all this stuff. That's
I
amazing.
mean, I created them because I was a lawyer. I'm like, I'm too exhausted to do my hair.
Right.
I
It's a thing.
it's a
And
thing.
it
Yeah.
was so effortless what you created. And I'm like, I'm so impressed. Wow.
Thank
Like this
you.
is this is so unexpected. I'm like, should have worn something nicer, but then my
Oh, you look
work from home outfit here.
like the first time I put a button down on in a long time. So yeah, no, you look fabulous. It's
That's
exactly my
awesome that you're
style.
still doing these. Do you do these every day?
I do them probably like every other day, if like depending on my schedule, but I'll do about like 5 a week at least. And like honestly, like it's such a good break in the day for me. I just like love talking with the customers, girlfriends, and like being able to
Oh,
help them and like not be writing emails and stuff like that. So
yeah.
yeah, it's a wonderful break in the day. My highlight of the day always.
So I lucked out with just this appointment, or do you just do like the
No,
after?
I do like most of them, probably like 95. Like if I can make it, I'm doing them. Yeah, I love them.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Make me say less. I'm like, you yeah, I'm so impressed right now.
I think,
Um,
yeah, and I figured it's like also what I always wanted from a brand too. Like I can't use a curling iron. I needed someone to like teach me, and it's stuff like that where I'm like, yeah, can't you help us like beyond the purchase? So
yeah,
make
that's so
sure.
smart.
Yeah,
Wow. I'm
thanks.
like, just take my money now. I'm like, what are you buying next? It's your new invention. I'm in. Sign me up for
Aw.
your whatever mailing list. I'm like, I'm in. I'm in. That's so
Yeah,
cool. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
definitely down to support, just
All of
you.
it.
I'm like,
Thank
it's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you. That's so sweet. I appreciate
So
that.
very, very excited that this has kind of worked. I have struggled with it a little bit, like
Yeah.
towards the back. I mean, you can see that's kind of still pretty straight, which was, the top covered it, it was fine. But because my hair is a little shorter, there's some pieces that kind of fall out and then they get kind of frayed towards the end where they kind of like look all crinkly and they don't make it within the hair elastic.
Yeah.
Um, so there's that. And then if I wanted to kind of, because these are kind of smaller and like pretty tight when they originally come out. So if I wanted to do them looser, how could I do that? And like again, tighter, I would assume it's smaller pieces.
Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah, I can totally help with that. And I think a lot of your questions, they kind of like loop into like one type of hair wrapping technique that I think is good for your hair type. And then it also gives you flexibility with like tighter curls, looser curls too. So we'll do that one together. It's a variation of like the standard one, but a little bit different. But
Okay.
I think also like with your hair type, you have the best because it's always trying to just like naturally pop into a curl. So your curl
Yeah.
will last. Do you normally, so do you put water on it as well or no? You skip the water because you don't need it?
Well, so when I did this on Sunday after I washed my hair, it was just already washed. And so then like 2 days later, like Tuesday, I just wet the ends kind of because it was starting to get greasy towards the top. So I didn't want to like add more to it. So I felt like that kind of reactivated I put gel at the bottom just
Cool.
so
Yeah.
it like a little bit, alcoholic, whatever gel. Um, and just kind of put it there and it kind of re-wet it, I guess, or just
Yeah.
realized it. I don't know what to call it. But it worked. So, and then this is again from Tuesday night, and today is now Thursday, so 2 days later. So it still looks pretty good.
I love
Um,
it. It looks
yeah.
good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You're good with products. So like any products that you normally use, whether they're leave-ins or like moisturizing or whatever, you can still use them because of your hair type and it'll
Okay.
still work. So yeah, I wish my hair will go flat. It'll just like heavy it down and cause it to be too slippery. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, we'll start by just kind of going through it together. I'll do them one side one way and I'll do another side another way so we can kind of like show you two different techniques. And the second time I'll try to get it so that you can see how you can get more of the back curled. And with that said, we do have an invention that hopefully we'll be launching next year that is like going to be killer for your hair type. Like it's made for
Okay.
your hair type, but it's great for everyone and it'll get that back volume up and the curl started sooner. So super
Nice.
excited about that one. But until then, this will totally do the trick. Yeah, cool. So if you have your headband, we'll want to start with our hair. Perfect, you got it. Hair parted into two sections. You got it right up front, like brushed however you normally do it. My hair's knotty, so let me just brush it for 2 seconds. And then you'll add in whatever products you normally do, but we can skip that part. And I like to make sure I have my scrunchies on my wrist before I begin, otherwise I'm gonna be looking for them, because as you see, I'm always losing them. I have two of the same kind on me.
A lot.
Story of my life. So I like to start by folding it in half so the ends are equal and you get that crease right in the middle.
Mhm. Okay.
And we put it onto the wires facing forward. I know you watched the video, so I know you're pro at some of this stuff, right? I'm sorry it's repetitive.
No,
And then,
no.
cool. And then did you get the pigtail side down? Have you mastered, this is like the first step to kind of like lock it in place so that you have your hand.
No.
Okay.
But I think I just kind of put like a clip at the top and struggled through it. But
I
some
can
tips,
help you. I can totally help you because short hair makes it a little bit trickier too. So are you a righty or a lefty?
right?
Okay, so put your left hand on top.
Listen. Okay.
Okay, cool. Now this is probably gonna be easier for you. With your right hand, fold the right side just kind of up.
Okay.
Yep. And can you see yourself on Zoom okay right now a little
Yeah,
bit? Okay,
yeah.
cool. So now we're gonna go in on the right side with the right hand. Yep. And then you're just trying to get the hair over that crease.
Oh, okay, okay.
So however you want to get it over the crease. Cool. Great. Now you're in a good spot. All you have to do then is push the end of the headband back. Yep. And kind of just like hold the hair in place and push
Okay.
the end of the headband
Okay.
backwards. You pushed it forwards. Yep. You're okay.
So this
Up, go
here.
over it. Yep. Over that crease. And while you're holding onto the hair, just push the end of the headband backwards and then forward.
Okay.
Yep. And
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
That
you got
works.
it. And now you're just making a
Oh,
pigtail and it should feel like secure.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
you can wrap it around again if you like you're just trying to, doesn't matter what it looks like.
Right, so it's even.
Yeah, exactly. It locks it in place so it's even. Otherwise, clips it can slide around and then it makes the wrap looser too. You just lose like control.
Yeah, I did that one night where I was like, one side was like super long, and I was like, wait.
Yeah. What happened here? You
Yeah, I
little
was like, oh. And
little
that
chicken.
was some fun. So yeah, definitely.
Yep. Cool. All right. So now what we're going to do is grab our front section
So
and
the hair forward. Like, do you put your hair forward like this?
yes, I had it resting on my chest forward.
Okay. So the way I struggled through this and still kind of worked was that I took like a piece from the front,
Yep.
wrapped that, and
I'll watch
then
you. You can go through it.
I would pick up like a piece, just go from the back,
Mm-hmm.
add it to this front, and then wrap it like this.
That totally works.
But I was like, it didn't seem intuitive, but it just kind of worked with like my hands in the moment. So I just kind of went with it. But
Yep.
I was like, I want to see how you guys do it and should
So,
do it.
I mean, what you're doing is not going to make it's like the same way.
Difference?
It's not going to make a
Oh,
difference
okay.
because all that I do is I go over, under, and instead of grabbing it from back here, I just grab it here. And normally, like one thing that it does make a difference though, I take that back. It can make a difference. So the first two wraps are going to lock it in place. So if you ever feel like it's sliding backwards,
Mhm.
because you're grabbing sections that are too far deep. So if you're grabbing sections from back here and pulling it forward, it's going to
Mhm.
slide the headband to the end of where that piece is, and it can make it sit further back. So if that's ever uncomfortable and you feel like it's sliding backwards,
Mhm.
the way to solve that is just by choosing pieces that are kind of close to your hairline. So don't go
Okay.
too far back. Take like a small 1 inch section, combine it, and that piece is only like ending here. So now the headband's going to sit where that piece ends, if that makes sense. So
Kind
that's
of.
only
So I
different.
felt like when I tried to do that, I felt like I was missing like pieces in the back and I was kind of like trying to shuffle them in at the end. So I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if that was the right way. So I wasn't sure.
Yeah. It's still the right way. There's no wrong way because your curls look great. So that's like the truth.
Right.
And on the other side, what I was going to have you do is basically angle it this way. So you are making it slide more further back to get those curls started sooner in the back. So the way
Mhm.
you're doing it is like perfectly good to
Okay.
just get it more sitting like back here because it'll just start the curls in the back sooner.
Okay.
If that
So
helps.
technically I should be doing pulling the hair forward and then just curling or twirling this way.
Yep, twirling it this way. And now you mentioned the layers, and one thing that you can try out is wrapping that single piece
Okay.
around until you get a little tail. Because in doing this, you're focusing, because especially with layers and shorter hair, it can kind of help because you're able to kind of lock in place then with the second section. So you take your second,
Oh, okay.
and then you're not going to have the pieces splaying out so much, if that
Yeah,
makes sense. This will
absolutely.
also set the curls way tighter. So do it like as a looser wrap.
Okay. I guess I'm trying to get this feeling of doing it like picking up just the hair in the front
Yeah, we can work on that first. Yep. So we go over, under. Good. Yep. Beautiful.
and then just,
And then you're at the ear. So once you get to the ear, you just add all of it. So it's really only two.
oh, at the ears, you add all of it?
Yeah, usually yeah. Add all the hair together because it'll
Oh,
start the curl sooner in the back
oh,
and it doesn't make a difference. at that point. Yep, bingo. You got it.
Yeah, because it seemed like it was only just a handful of pieces, and I was like, wait, should there be more, or does it matter if you do more pieces? Because wouldn't that mean more curls?
It won't necessarily mean more curls because what I'll show you at the end. So when you take it out, what'll
Mhm.
happen if you have like more pieces is that they'll kind of slide out, like you're saying, more curls, right? If
Yeah,
you come out and it's like a sausage because you don't have that many pieces, all you have
yeah.
to do is just break it up and make as many curls as you want. And
Huh.
just do a little twist and it'll just like pop into the curl shape. So you can make the exact same effect.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do smaller, which gives you more control on each piece's like tension, if you will, like
Yeah.
really tight, small ones, and you'll get more of disco braid. But I mean, in the end, it depends on how like perfect you want it to be. But I think like 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, ear, grab all of it.
Oh,
Because
wow.
getting the curls started sooner in the back is more important, especially for short hair.
And when you mean started in the back, like what, how would
So
that?
how does that work?
Mhm.
So basically, once you grab all the hair at the ear, right, and you're wrapping it around, that means that this is where that first curl is gonna
Oh, okay, okay.
getting about here, um,
Okay.
consistently, because you get a bit of like a helmet head no matter what, like
Yeah.
curling up here. Um,
Right.
and so if you were to go bit by bit
Mm-hmm.
down, like take a small, add a little section,
Mm-hmm.
add another little section. So now this section of hair, the curls wouldn't start till here,
Yeah.
which
I
for short
definitely
hair
have.
is where your hair is, ends,
Yeah. And I
So
don't get caught much. So it was just kind of like a little half, like little like screw kind of curl. And it was just looked awkward. But I was like, the top looks fine. So I'm like, it works out. Nobody
yeah,
looks. So, okay. So do it just about three each to the
one,
ear.
2, 3. Once you're at the ear, grab all the hair and pull it
Yeah.
around until you get to the end. Yeah. And then I know with short hair, you have like the question about like you just mentioned like the scrunchie in the ends,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So one thing you can do, are you wearing this to bed or out and
Yeah.
about?
Good.
So one thing you can do is fold the end up and it
Okay.
just kind of like cocoons it as well.
Yeah.
And I've learned this from our curl friends. So this is like a hack I learned from somebody else. That's why I like these curl talks too. You learn from each other.
Yeah.
And then they just wrap the scrunchie around that because then it's like basically becomes like a whole, like a
Unit.
clip. Yeah, unit that kind of just like keeps the ends in a little bit better.
Okay. And you can just kind of,
That's what she does. Yeah.
yeah, that's actually easier to grasp the ends for sure.
Yeah. And you'll
Because
probably want to do a third one just to make sure she's like another, like if it feels like it's sliding off, just the scrunchie. Yeah.
and then how would you secure this in the back, or do you even need to?
You
Like
don't
maybe,
necessarily need to, is the truth. Like, so if you're going to bed, you'll twist it a little bit so it's tighter.
yeah,
And like at this point, like however you want to position it,
that's
it'll
fine.
it's fine. It'll slide a little bit, but it'll stay in.
Huh.
Um, yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think because yeah, she didn't complain about that. Hmm. Yeah, because you can't do it in the back that way.
Like the whole wrap around. I mean, I did it, but it was just kind of felt awkward.
Yeah.
Um,
And the only other trick that I give people for the ends is, but I think your hair's a little too short for it, is once you start getting to the ear, instead of wrapping downwards, like I was showing you the first time, you're just gonna rewrap the section around itself so it kind of captures as ends are splaying, and then add
oh,
the scrunchie. So it's good for layered hair. Your hair is a little bit short. I don't know if you have that
yeah.
much to wrap, but yeah, that's the other
Okay.
on that side.
So keep just section out the layers, wrap those individually if I wanted to, and then once you hit the ear, just put everything in.
Bingo.
Will
Yep.
definitely hit higher than what I, because I mean, again, I was doing it like closer to the nape of my neck and doing the whole crisscross around. So it, laid flat, or at least tried to, when I went to sleep. So, okay, that's amazing. It's impressive. So if I
Yeah.
want tighter, I would just, how would you make them tighter?
Tighter. So once you're done wrapping, you twist to tighten it. So you just twist it this way and that'll tighten it. The real way, so I'm a little concerned about your hair tie because it's trying to form a curl. So you might end up with Shirley Temple curls as the asterisk,
Yeah,
like if they don't drop. But
right.
like if you're my hair type and you're going to high humidity and all that stuff, and you want them to last, and you want them really tight, this is the way to do it because basically these curls are setting super high up. They're going to be really individually tight.
Okay.
Add another section once you get to like that little tail of the end,
Mhm.
pull it over it, and that'll also like lock in the last strap, which is good for shorter hair too, or highly layered hair.
So start it like closer to here.
Sort it closer to there. And instead of doing like one wrap, add another section, you're doing one wrap, wrapping it, wrapping it, wrapping it, add a section, wrapping it,
Okay.
wrapping it, wrapping it, add a section. Then once you get down here, do all of it at once. Yeah.
Okay. So any sort of like adjustments you want to make before you get to the ear.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Now,
Bingo.
what if you wanted to like create like just loose waves at the bottom? Like just want to put your hair up in a ponytail and you just want to not have it start close to the head, but just have.
Yeah. Loose waves at the bottom. I would go out like right above the ear,
Mhm,
one wrap, keep it close to the hairline because it's going to super slide back because you don't have
mhm,
two locks, only one point of lock.
mhm.
Wrap it around, grab rest of the hair, and then just do like a loose wrap. Like don't do it
Tight.
tight, just do it super loose. And once you're done, you can always like twist to tighten it, but you have the option to twist it the other way too. So you can always like twist and it'll set tighter curls, but you
Mhm.
can always twist and it'll set looser.
Oh, okay.
Does that
That's
make sense?
exciting. That's awesome. Yeah, that's actually really, really helpful.
Cool.
Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. I feel I'm like, if you want to do them with me, I can do that too. I just make sure you're comfortable doing it.
no, no, this is really great. I mean, that's
Cool.
helpful to know. Like, if you want them tighter, start, higher up, because I definitely saw that in one of the YouTube videos that you had. And then, it just started closer to here. But again, it was really, really like you said, like tight Shirley Temple curls. So I had to really, drag them out a little
Loose them
bit.
up.
Like, what do like kind of beachy waves look like? To have that. So definitely start like closer to here. Um,
Mhm.
and then just one big
One
you know,
big loose, not
awesome.
super tight. And you can
Okay.
always think like that's where the first curl's gonna hit. So if you want it to like hit at your cheekbone, which is how I kind of picture like, I don't know, Giselle with her like
Yeah.
she doesn't have them up here. She has them like soft face frames. So yeah, cheekbone out, one wrap loose, grab all the hair, wrap it. Trying to think if there's like one other way to do it, which is like you just twist the hair first and it's
Mhm.
gonna create a different effect and then you wrap it. And that
Oh,
just like creates like it comes out just like more trying to like when you go to the beach and like you're in the
yeah.
salty salt water and like has that more of like a wave rather than like a perfect curl shape. So it just creates more of a texture to it rather than like, yeah, and you just wrap it that way.
Okay. I'll definitely try that. So just take a piece, twist it before, and
Yeah,
then twist the whole thing together.
bingo. You can twist them, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things to play with here, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can you show me how we did this again?
Yeah,
We tightened it because that was definitely something I struggled with for a bit.
sure thing. Okay, cool. So the first section,
Up
yep, put her up.
and
And
then
now, so are you, let's do you, are you want to practice this part here?
sure.
Or no, yeah, you got it. If you don't want to practice it, we don't have to practice it. You got
No,
it.
let's do it. What,
Okay.
what do it
Well,
right here? Like,
only reason why I asked is because then we get to take down the other side. But if you don't want, I thought you wanted to practice this part, but you're good.
I can take down the other side.
Sure. Okay, we'll take down. We'll go from the top.
I'm like, yeah, why not?
Uh, cool. Yeah, now I got one sausage curl. All right, cool. So wires in front, the
Right.
ends are even, left hand on top, right hand, we're gonna fold it in half.
Half.
Perfect, great. And then we're gonna swoop in, yep,
Mhm.
the right
Every-
side, perfect, and just get it over that crease. And now we're
Okay.
just gonna push, I hold the hair on one hand and push the end down backwards,
Yeah.
and you're going the right direction, yeah.
This way.
Wrong direction now. right
So
direction,
away from the face.
away from the face. And really you're just focused on pushing the end of the headband around.
Oh, the end.
So
Oops.
you're
That's
basically making the headband into like a scrunchie. So you go over it, hold the hair and push the
made
end.
that work.
Yeah, that looks great. You got it. Perfect.
Kind of worked, but
You got it.
so fold it in half, put the hair through, and then away from the face.
Mm-hmm.
Kind
And
of
the
tight.
hair, you did a good job with the hair because the hair goes towards your face and then over. So don't go backwards and over. It just makes it more complicated.
Yeah, because you push it forward like this, and that should, oh yeah, that should make it stay. Because
Yep.
again, I was using like a big, like clip to just kind of hold it in the center for a quick second.
Yeah.
Wow, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And then you want to do this side, right? You want to wrap them tight. That's what you're trying to do. So we can, oh, you can keep it there and we'll just wrap on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
So you want to do this where we go over? Yeah,
okay, so that kept that in place. And then
great.
for the side,
You grab your small front section, pull it
mhm,
over and then
right?
under.
So high up to create the curls, tighter
Yeah,
curl.
to create the tighter curls. Yep. And then under. And
Mhm.
now, do you want to add another section to it? Or do you want to, yeah, we could do that one.
So just,
So now you're going to grab another section. So the section I'm grabbing is right by my hairline.
mhm,
I'm just going to combine them. Great.
mhm,
Perfect. Over and under. Fabulous, Sapna. All right. And now, like, we're pretty much at the ear already. We could maybe do one.
mhm.
Yeah, we're at the ear. So just grab all the hair that's left.
Okay. So even the hair that's like up here that didn't get, captured with this is fine.
It's fine. Yeah, it's going to give you that flatter top up here. Like, this is not going to get curled. The way
Right.
to get that curled is going to be pull it over under.
Hmm.
Instead of grabbing, like, you're just going to grab a deeper section. So my thumb is going like all the way to the back. Like,
Hmm. As far as you potentially can.
yeah. And so
So
now,
the way I did do it, where I went from the back, like I picked up from the back and I went like to the front.
bingo. Yeah, it's basically
Is that
doing,
okay?
yeah, yeah, it would do
Is
this
that
effect.
further?
It'll start the curl sooner in the back. And like, just the more it can get towards, like your part line,
Crown.
yeah, your crown, the deeper, like the sooner the curls are going to start in the back because these are all getting captured too. So what you did there is good.
It's better.
Yeah, if you want the curls to start sooner in the back. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't?
yeah.
Um, okay. Okay, so definitely, so back to front.
Back to front. And then I kind of angle the headband further. Like I almost make it parallel. Like here's my part line. So I'm trying to just get it as close as possible to that.
Okay.
So it's not
Oh,
sitting all along here. It doesn't look
mm.
as cute. That's the reason why people don't
No, I
necessarily
mean,
do it.
but if
But
it gets the curl starting sooner, why not?
yeah, exactly.
Okay,
And you can still do the headband thing where you secure it once you're done.
cool. Thank you so much. This is really great. I really appreciate it.
Sure thing. And if you play with these and like you want to hop on and do another one about one in particular, always
Oh,
do. Yeah, anytime. So you got a lot of
awesome.
stuff to play with. Yeah, cool. I'll
Thank
send
you so
you a
much. I
copy.
look forward to it. Have a
Yeah,
great rest of your day. This was a nice meet.
you too. It was so nice to meet you. Thank you.
Have
Bye.
a good day. Bye.